Ever get totally sucked in by something you see, like some amazing piece of art, where you just have to know the story behind it?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, today we're diving deep into this incredible book, the Book of Kells. It's over 1,200 years old,
Wow.
and it's jam-packed with these vibrant colors, crazy patterns, mythical creatures, the whole works. It's like a portal to another time. And lucky for us, we've got excerpts from its Wikipedia page to help us break it all down.
You know, what gets me about the Book of Kells is that it's way more than just a
Mm.
pretty face. Back then, books were practically sacred.
Yeah.
Like they had this power beyond the words themselves.
It's true. It's like holding history in your hands. So before we travel back 1,200 years, let's do a quick level set.
That's good.
We're talking about what's called an illuminated manuscript. Fancy term for a handwritten book all decked out with illustrations. And this one we're looking at, it's a gospel book, the four gospels of the New Testament, but in Latin.
Of course.
Now, I'm guessing there's more to it than meets the eye.
Oh, you bet. See, the Book of Kells, it's in a league of its own when it comes to illuminated manuscripts. The artistry is just off the charts. I'm talking detail, I'm talking color, I'm talking complexity. Nothing else from that era even comes close.
You say vibrant colors, and I'm already hooked. The Wikipedia article actually calls it unprecedentedly elaborate ornamentation, which,
Oh.
well, that's saying something.
Oh, it is. Picture this. Purple, lilac, red, pink, green, yellow, and that's just for starters. It's a visual feast, truly. You can practically feel the passion, the dedication in every single brushstroke.
Okay, now I have to see this thing. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's rewind a bit. When and where did this masterpiece come to be?
Well, that's part of the mystery, isn't it? Most historians agree it was created around 800 AD, but the exact origin story is still up for debate.
A historical head-scratcher. I like it. What are the leading theories, then?
Okay, so the traditional story, the one passed down, is that it all started at Iona Abbey. That's in Scotland, a hub for Celtic Christianity back in the day.
Got it.
But they think it was finished at Kells Abbey over in Ireland. Hence the name, naturally.
A traveling masterpiece. And I can't help but think about those Viking raids happening back then. How'd something so delicate and precious survive all that chaos?
It's wild, right? The Book of Kells lived through multiple Viking raids. It just shows you how far people would go to protect it. It even got stolen at one point.
No way.
Oh, yeah. They found it months later. But sadly, the original cover, all jeweled and everything, that was gone.
This thing's got more stories than a History Channel marathon. So, okay. Ancient book, ridiculously beautiful, survives raids and theft. But before we dive into the details, paint a picture for me. How big are we talking here?
Hold on to your hat. It's 340 vellum leaves, think super high-quality calfskin, that's 680 pages front and back. And get this, almost every single one is covered in these amazing decorations.
You're kidding. No wonder it took a whole team to make this thing.
At least 12 people, and that's probably a low estimate. Imagine the talent, the patience, to handcraft every single page. And we're not just talking about scribes copying words. These were calligraphy masters, each one with their own distinct style. Experts can even tell them apart today, literally hand A, hand B, hand C, like that.
And I bet they didn't have spell check back then. What did they even write with? This was centuries before ballpoint pens, right?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking iron gall ink, carefully applied to that amazing vellum I mentioned. And the colors, those came from all over, some even imported from far-off lands. It was a global effort, even back then.
Incredible. So they weren't messing around with the materials, that's for sure. But what about the words themselves? Is it the same text you'd find in a Bible today?
That's where things get even more interesting. It mostly comes from the Vulgate, which was the Latin translation back in the day. But it's not a carbon copy. There are actually chunks from older Latin translations sprinkled in. And there's even an extra ancestor in Jesus' family tree in Luke.
Wait, hold up. They just added an ancestor, like went off script.
Seems that way. It seems like sometimes they went with their memory or maybe some other source instead of sticking strictly to the official text.
Wow. So it's not just beautiful, it's like a historical mystery, too. This is getting good. It's those little imperfections, the ones that remind you real people made this stuff, that really get me.
Right. Adds a human touch, even after all this time. And we can't forget about the artistry. Like the Wikipedia article actually calls it a visual feast, and they are not exaggerating.
I've seen the pictures online, but I can only imagine seeing it in person. Mind-blowing, I bet. So walk me through it. What are the standout visuals, the can't-miss details?
Okay, picture this. You've got 10 full-page illustrations, then 12 pages dedicated to just incredibly decorated text. And then on top of that, You've got tons of smaller details all over the
It's
place.
like every page is its own little world. What kind of imagery are we talking about?
It's this really cool mix. You've got the traditional Christian symbols, but they're woven into those classic insular art patterns. Humans, animals, mythical beasts, all mixed together. And the colors we were talking about, oh, they're everywhere, making everything pop, making it feel so alive.
I bet there are layers of meaning baked into every single image, too.
You got it. It's not just about looking pretty. Take the peacock, for example. They're everywhere in the Book of Kells. And they're not just there because they're pretty birds. Peacocks back then symbolized Christ's resurrection.
Really? Why is that?
They thought peacock meat didn't decay, so they connected them to that idea of eternal life. See? Little details, bigger meaning.
It's like a whole visual language on top of everything else. So if I was lucky enough to actually see this book, is there one illustration, like the one that everyone has to see?
Oh, you're talking about the Chi Rho monogram. It's H-E showstopper in the Book of Kells. Takes your breath away.
The Chi Rho. Okay, remind me what that is again.
So Chi and Rho are the first two letters of Christ's name in Greek. But in the Book of Kells, it's not just some simple letters. It's this whole deal. It takes up a whole page. It's all intricate, bursting with these patterns, these lines. It's unreal.
Sounds incredible.
And like everything else in the book, it's not just about the wow factor. The Chi Rho page has layers.
Which brings us to the big question, right? WHY go through all this trouble? Was it just about showing off their skills, or was there a deeper reason behind all the detail, all the symbolism?
That's what's got scholars scratching their heads for ages.
Yeah.
To really get the Book of Kells, you got to remember, it wasn't just a book, not like how we think of books now. This was like a sacred object.
Precious. More like a religious relic than something you'd curl up with on a rainy day.
Exactly. Imagine it. On display in some dimly lit room, people turning the pages super carefully, just in awe of how beautiful it was. It wasn't about decoration. It was about making something tangible, something real out of the divine.
Yeah.
Like bringing the Gospels to life.
So they used art to create this whole spiritual experience, to connect with something
Yeah.
bigger.
And that's where those errors we talked about come in. The ones where the text doesn't quite match up with the Vulgate. Some people think those were on purpose.
Intentional mistakes. What for?
Think of it this way. If you mess up, even a little, it means you're human.
Right?
Well, maybe they were saying that no human, no matter how skilled, could perfectly recreate the Word of God. A little bit of humility woven into the art.
That makes you look at those imperfections differently, doesn't it? And it's kind of mind-blowing that this thing, with its delicate pages, survived this long. Viking raids, theft, just time itself. It's a miracle it's still around.
And aren't we lucky it is? Makes you think about all the people who kept it safe all those years, making sure we could see it. And speaking of seeing it, I know, it's a bummer to think that most of us will only ever see pictures online or maybe behind glass in a museum.
You're about to tell me there's hope, right? There's got to be a way for us regular folks to experience this thing without flying to Dublin.
Oh, technology's got our back. Nowadays, we've got these amazing facsimiles, crazy accurate. You can basically hold a copy of the Book of Kells in your own hands. And get this, there's a fully digitized version online. You can zoom in, see all the details up close. It's amazing.
Okay, adding that to my to-do list, ASAP. Before we get lost in the historical weeds, I have to ask about something I saw on Wikipedia. Apparently, there's an animated film inspired by the Book of Kells.
You're talking about The Secret of Kells. It's a beautifully done fictional story about how the book came to be.
Wow, so cool. It's wild to think that something made over 1,000 years ago can still spark imaginations today. Makes you think, what will people be geeking out over 1,000 years from now? What will they see in our art that we don't even notice?
Right. It's humbling, but it also shows you how powerful art can be. It can connect us across centuries.
Totally. And the Book of Kells, it's like this perfect bridge to another time, another way of thinking. These artists, these scribes, they put so much of themselves into this book.
And here's the thing. The Book of Kells, as amazing as it is, it's not perfect. It's got unfinished bits, little mistakes here and there. And yet, it's still considered a masterpiece. What does that say about how we see beauty? What if we're so busy looking for perfection that we miss the point entirely?
It's true. Sometimes those imperfections are what makes something truly special.
It reminds me of that Japanese art kintsugi, where they fix broken pottery with gold. They highlight the cracks, the repairs, makes the piece even more beautiful because it was broken. Maybe there's a lesson in there somewhere.
Love that analogy. So as we wrap up our Book of Kells deep dive, I think the big takeaway is this. Let's appreciate the beauty, sure, but let's also appreciate the humanity in every page. Because sometimes, even when we're striving for perfection, it's those little imperfections that make something truly extraordinary.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And who knows, maybe those imperfections, those little quirks, they hold meanings we haven't even begun to understand yet. That's the thing about a masterpiece like this. It keeps the conversation going, keeps us curious.
And on that note, we'll let you go explore the wonders of the Book of Kells for yourself. Seriously, check out that digital version. You won't regret it. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive, and until next time, stay curious.